Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Like one browning. You kill your man just because it's serious. Like one browning. No one browning, no one bury each other.
Police seized firearm ammo in Manchester, arrest man. A man was arrested in connection with the siege of a Browning 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 9mm rounds of ammunition on Gulfview Road in Manchester on Tuesday. Reports from the Manfield police are that about 4:30 p.m., lawmen were alerted to the area where they observed a man acting suspiciously. The man was accosted and searched, and a firearm was taken from him. Investigations are ongoing. Chinese business operator killed in Hanover. A Chinese businessman was killed in Orange Bay, Hanover, yesterday afternoon. The name of the Asian national, who reportedly took over operations of the business from another less than 2 weeks ago, has not been ascertained. The exact time that the incident took place is unconfirmed. However, people on location stated they received the call shortly after 5 o'clock. The killing took place inside the business establishment, a supermarket and wholesale located on the Just One Plaza in Orange Bay. A bystander who did not wish to be identified has described the Chinese man as a nice individual. The one here is very nice. Him even try if he learn the language. Sometimes me cuss him out and say use a bad word no, stated the female bystander. Overtaking car mows down woman in St. Anne, driver attacked by mob. A St. Anne woman is now battling for her life in hospital after she was hit by a car in Bamboo in the parish on Wednesday afternoon. Preliminary reports are that the woman, who is a resident of the area, was hit while crossing the roadway when the driver of a motor car overtook a truck and mowed her down. Police report that the woman, who is believed to have lost both legs in the incident, was rushed to hospital around 3 p.m. An alleged eyewitness said the motor truck had stopped to allow the passage for the woman when the driver of the car sped around the truck, hitting her. The driver of the vehicle is now in police custody after he was attacked by an angry mob that it is alleged to have also sought to set his vehicle ablaze. Police were said to be on the scene as residents had also threatened to block the road. NLA hands over 440 land titles in St. Elizabeth. A total of 440 land titles have been delivered to first-time landowners in St. Elizabeth by the National Land Agency NLA under the Government Systematic Land Registration SLR program. Market Research and Public Relations Officer at the NLA, Rashida Campbell, said that 1,300 titles have been prepared for residents of the parish. An initial 35 titles were handed over in February, and Campbell said that the remainder will be distributed as expeditiously as possible. Campbell was addressing the recent handing over ceremony at the St. Patrick Methodist Church in Santa Cruz, said it is heartwarming to see residents coming forward to receive their titles for property they have occupied for several years. Land is an asset, and if you have a title, you can use your land to help improve your life and your children's lives. In fact, you can use your title as collateral to apply for a loan to do just anything you want, she noted. It gives you security, and it is the only way to prove that you own the land. It can help you to start a business, pay school fees, improve your farm, and build your dream house, she pointed out. The NLA implemented the SLR program to increase the levels of land registration in Jamaica. SLR is meteorological and order registration of parcels of land in a designated zone known as Systematic Adjudication Area. In January 2021, the Prime Minister and Johannes declared several districts across the island as systematic adjudication areas. Through the Adjudication Service Division, persons in these areas will be assisted to obtain titles for property they have lived on under open, undisturbed, and undisputed circumstances for upward of 12 years. Campbell said that focus is now on communities in St. Elizabeth, but other areas across the island have been identified for land ownership under the SLR and will be visited by the NLA team. One of the major benefits of SLR is that the government will advance the entire cost for the registration process. The NLA, which is an executive agency, brings together the core land information functions of government under one roof. These are land titles, survey and mapping, and land valuation and estimate, core land management. This merger enables the government to build on the synergy of these combined functions to create a modern national land spatial information system to support sustainable development. Zones was extended for another 60 days. The zones of special operations (ZOSOs), which have been established in 7 communities across the island, have been extended by another 60 days. This follows the House of Representatives' approval of the motion to extend the ZOSOs in Mount Salem, Denham Town, Greenwich Town, August Town, Norwood, Parade Gardens, and Savannah Lamar, which all expired on October 22nd. The extension was sought in accordance with the requirements under the Law Reform, Zones of Special Operations, Special Security and Community Development Measures Act 2017. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang, who piloted the motion, argued that those have served the people well and the communities are being transformed and residents now have a level of optimism about their future and the future of their children. The human, social, economic, and infrastructural investments that are being made in these communities have renewed the hope of residents, increased their agency, and restored a sense of safety and security within this space, he said. Chang further argued that the implementation of a targeted operational strategy has resulted in significant reduction in all major crimes in the zoned communities. He noted that as of October 13, 2022, for the period prior to and during the declaration of the respective ZOSOs, all communities recorded reduction in all major crimes, including murder. Mount Salem was down by 59%, Denham Town 32%, August Town 47%, Greenwich Town 30%, Norwood 63%, Parade Gardens 94%, and Savannah Lamar 90%. Reduction of criminal activities, improved social and infrastructural conditions, and enhanced economic prospect are key measures of the continued success of ZOSOs, he stated. ZOSOs comprise the clear, hold, and build phases, which seek to remove gangs, establish police presence, and address the social and infrastructural problems in the targeted communities, respectively. Chang noted that as work in advance in the build phase, surveillance will be increased within these communities in order to provide an additional layer of safety and security for the residents. This, he said, is towards a sustained reduction of crime and violence within and around these communities. With respect to the operational and community building strategies, the zones continue to transition along the clear hold-build spectrum. Mount Salem and Denham Town will continue in the build phase. Greenwich Town, August Town, Norwood, Parade Gardens, and Savannah Mar will continue in the whole phase for this period of extension, he said. Chang further informed that the Mount Salem and Denham Town phases, which are the longest declared ZOSOs established since September 2017, have collected the benefit, them more than $700 million of investment, Mount Salem $300 million, and Denham Town $400 million, and their work plans remain on track. Greenwich Town and August Town have collectively received over $350 million, Greenwich Town $150 and August Town $200. Over the next 30 days, the respective social intervention committees will continue to drive process on the ground to ensure irreversible transformation in these communities, he said. The National Security Minister noted, however, that Parade Gardens will require significant and sustained investment to address issues that have stemmed the community's growth and development for decades. In the coming months, the committee will finalize the work plan for the Parade Gardens and confirm the required funding, he said. The Social Intervention Committee in Norwood is pursuing an aggressive work plan of interventions for the short to medium term. They are undertaking several critical initiatives that are positively impacting the lives of these residents. Of note, 30 microenterprises received enterprise grants totaling $5.8 million in March 2022. Subsequently, an additional 20 enterprises were identified for grant assistance in September 2022. These grants will be dispersed by December 31, 2022. A total of 50 enterprise grants will be provided to Norwood residents this year, he said. He noted that Savannah Lamar, which is the most recent community to be declared in January 2022, the Social Intervention Committee along with the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development have partnered in formulating the development plan for the Savannah Lamar zone. The process remains dynamic and includes identifying critical priorities and the required fiscal support, he said. Notwithstanding the progress made so far in the declared zone, the effort must be continued at this stage for the realization of the desired outcome. These continuous improvement activities require further focus, commitment, and resources for immediate and long-term gain in order to ensure impact and sustainability, he added. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification